my gob, everybody. Hey, this is Bjorn, the other Bjorn, Bjorn Johnsen. And he wants me to put Houses of the Holy versus Master of Puppets from... I don't know if Bjorn saw this, but I just did Led Zeppelin 4 versus Master of Puppets. And I like Master of Puppets more, but I also said on that episode, I like Led Zeppelin more, and if you put Master of Puppets against that, I'd pick House of the Holy, and actually easily. As much as I love that album, I think it's the best Metallica album. That album's better than me. And what's really strange is that album has a song I don't like, and this album, there's not a song I don't love. I love everything on here. Which just goes to show I'm psychotic. Alright, so let's get this started, alright? We start with Song Remains the Same versus Battery. Both great, but it's simple for me. Song Remains the Same. I don't know, maybe it's timeline because I lived with it, man, like a good decade. Before, yeah, no, a little less than a decade. Like, but it was in the 70s I got into this album, 78, 79, you know? So I've lived with it, what? Like, let's do the math now. 86, 88. All right, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say 8 years. I was trying to confuse you there. Yeah. All right, let's continue this. Song Remains the Same wins. All right, next. The Rain Song versus Master of Puppets. Again, this is easy for me. As much as I love both, this is so easy. The Rain Song. Easily the Rain Song. I love Master of Puppets. But the Rain Song is a friggin' masterpiece. Every note Jimmy Page chooses in this song, definitely the MVP. Most Zeppelin songs, all 4 are MVPs. I think the Rain Song, you just gotta hand it to Jimmy Page with everything he chose to play on guitar for this song. It's perfection. You know, I said it before and I said it again. No human can come up with the Rain Song. It's impossible. God came up with it. God came up with the Rain Song. And just like what Jimmy Page did to the old blues musicians, Jimmy Page also ripped off God. And just like the blues musicians, he did it better. He took what they got and get it better. Even God. True story. But you know God had something to do with it. Just because Jimmy Page is such a badass, God's going to say, God said, yeah, I'm going to let him win. Because he's such a badass, right? All right, let's continue. The Rain Song wins. Next. Over the Hills and Far Away versus A Thing That Should Not Be. Is Metallica going to get anything? Seriously. Jesus. I love The Thing That Should Not Be. Such a grinding killer tune. But, Zeppelin. Alright, next. The Crunch versus Sanitarium Welcome Home. Easily giving that to the Crunch. Come on. I'm kidding. I can't stand the Crunch. I can't stand that damn song. Oh my God. Where's the confronted bridge? Oh my God. I know it's a homage to James Brown, and call me blasphemous, but I'm not a James Brown fan either. I know. Screw you. I don't care. I don't like James Brown. I don't like Chuck Berry. I don't like fucking Little Richard. I don't like none of that shit. I don't. I love Hendrix. I love Buddy Holly. Anyway, I'm giving that the Sanitarium, of course, and it's time to pick a random album. Right here. I ain't going far this time. right here. This episode, track by track episode, is being brought to you by Bjorn, Johnsen, and I picked this not too long ago. I'll talk briefly, and I'm going to pick another one. This is a band called Saint, and this is actually my favorite album from the band called The Calf, but they have many albums, and I have a few in here. They're just an awesome band. I highly recommend them. I believe I did review this as well on this channel. But let's pick another one because I already picked there, man. I already picked that not too long ago. Alright, how about this one? Yeah! Violent by Nature, Atrophy. I like the first one a little more, Socialize Hate. But they're great. And their last one, which I have, that just came out, because they haven't made albums in decades, right? And their new album on bass guitar is Josh Gibb. And Josh Gibb was the bass guitar player on my band's album, Thrash or Die. He's the bassist on Melting Your Skull. So there's a connection with Atrophy and Thrash or Die now. There's also a connection, check this out. I just found this out today. There's also a connection now with SOD and Thrash or Die because Billy Milano is now doing a band and they're touring and they're playing Miami Beach, man, close to me. I'm going to park at Mom's house and walk to it. It's not that close, but I like walking. But anyway, on guitar, Ryan Taylor, who was on Melting Your Skull as well. And on bass, Josh Gibbs as well. Two members of Thrash or Die are doing the SOD, and they're playing the Brass Mug in Tampa, for those that don't know. And they're playing down here in Miami Beach, and just look online for other Necks of the Woods places. But I'm so excited, man. I mean, these are my two buddies, and they're jamming with Billy Milano. Incredible. I know the whole story, how they met, you know, it was like, they used to be, both of them, I believe it was Malevolent Creation. It was either, yeah, it was Malevolent Creation. They toured Texas, I believe. And there was a girl that knew Billy Milano and knew the guys in Malevolent Creation. And Ryan, my guitar player, huge fan of Gross Misconduct. And he likes Gross Misconduct more than USA for MOD. But anyway, he was a huge fan, and then he finally met him, and look at that. They're all in a band together. He sent me pictures of him in Billy's house with the SOD Platinum album. That shit went platinum, I believe. And also in the pool. He has a pool. Good shit. Anyway, wow, that was a long middle section. Let's end this, right? All right, next. Dancing Days versus Disposable Heroes. All right. Now, don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. I love both songs a lot. This one I'm giving to Metallica. Disposable Heroes. I was born for dying. What a ripping track. I love Dancing Days, but sorry with excuse me. All right, next. Jamaica versus Leper Messiah. Love them both, but again, I gotta go with Metallica. Leper Messiah, man. I'll put it above, you know, I hate reggae, and yet I love that song, Jamaica. I also love Somebody Out There from, is anybody out there? Whatever it's called, from the Scorpions. It's reggae tunes, and I love them, but I hate reggae by anybody else. But Leper Messiah rules. All right, next. This one's incredible, I gotta tell you. My all-time favorite Metallica song is Orion, but that's going against No Quarter. I don't feel bad saying that No Quarter is better than the greatest Metallica song. That's right, I said it. And what's even better is the version that song is singing. All right. I'm giving that to Zeppelin. Man, that's shocking, right? Well, for me it is. All right, the last song. The Ocean versus Damage Inc. Oh boy. Again, I ain't going to say this one is easy. Oh, I know what I'm going to pick. I don't feel that way. I feel kind of tortured. But I'm going with Damage Inc. That's how I feel. So Bjorn, this is the final score. And it's a tie. What do you know? Anyway, what do you all think of these two albums here? House of the Holy and Master of Puppets? Leave it in the comments below, your track by track. And thank you so much, Bjorn. I really do appreciate it. And everybody else, if you want to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to these two masterpieces. Skip the crunch. And smack 'em a gob.